Welcome back. I know it's been a little while. I I haven't even posted the first video of this thing, so if you're seeing this, I have another video that is out of when I got the bike, and I'm just kind of going over some of the things that I've been doing to it. It was a really clean bike when I got it. It's a 97 Road King FLHR. 80 cubic inch Evo motor. Love that thing. It's got a little over 30,000 miles on it. I think it's like 33,000 miles. The bike is super clean. It has a Arlen Ness chrome package on it that is just everywhere. I mean, it has a lot of the backbone chrome right here, or down tube, and then it also has the front down tube and neck cover, and man, it is loaded with chrome. 42 millimeter flat slide Mikuni. I bought the bars and put the bars on it. They're Hill Country Cycles, or Hill Country Cycles. Really nice set of handlebars, all internally wired, came that way. Really like the detail in their controls. The little half moon shape just really sets the mirrors off. I really like their product. It's super nice. Still got to run the clutch cable yet. I'm just doing a bunch of downstairs cleaning right now. But you can tell how clean she is. I mean, it is a really clean bike. The frame, super clean. Swing arm looks nice. It had a bunch of road grime on it. I'll show you that a little bit. I just got finished polishing the outside of the rim, and if you look at the spokes, and then look at the hub, which I'm gonna drop the front wheel out of it. Got to fix this, get the front fender off of it, and fix this dent. I have not done any polishing on this side of the bike, so you can see, man, it just had road grime all over it. It was bad. You can see how dirty it is there. I mean, it was pretty tough. And then you come back to this side where we pretty much got this whole right side of the bike done. And that's what that floorboard actually looks like, or foot peg. The master cylinder cover was the same way. I still have to polish it. I just hit it with the steel wool regulator. There's still a lot of little steel wool dust all over the place. I mean, it's really cleaned up nicely. The frame looks really nice. I'm gonna hand polish all that stuff. Even though it gets chrome back over it, I'm gonna hand polish it. Grease pencil marks from the factory. I don't think the tank had ever been off of it when I got it. They lifted it up just enough to do the throttle cables on the carburetor, and that was it. Rear wheel, same situation. I have not polished on it at all yet. Just a little bit out in the driveway. I cleaned it up some so it didn't look so horrible when I was riding it. But you can see the rotor. And I'm going to drop the rear wheel out. I have a tire coming for it, so we're going to drop the rear wheel out, put a tire on it. And like I said, this side here, same thing. Still pretty dirty on this side. But I mean, everything is just really nice and clean. The fuse box looks nice. All the frame paint is beautiful. And like I said, I'll go through and hand clean all that. Probably going to be getting rid of the train horn. It's just in the way of getting to the front spark plug. And a lot of other stuff. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think. Should I leave it? Take it off? So this side, not clean yet. Still got polish the tank out, make it look nice. Got all the old pieces laying over here. the fishtails that I bought to put on it right before I decided to take it apart and do a full detail on it and get it really good and clean. Air cleaner. That's an Ardennes. I forget what it's called. It's crazy. I still have to get my driving lights all set up. We're going to LED. Headlight and driving light and tail light. So it'll be all LED lighting. That'll be really nice. And then I took the pipes off, you know, to get to the chassis, get everything cleaned up. Of course, you have to take the pipes off of it to get the clutch release mechanism cover off to pull the clutch cable. So we pulled it off and got to looking and found a crack, which is quite common with these. There's no sense in trying to have it welded up just for it to break later on down the road. There's some of the chrome pieces, the neck piece right here. One side of the nacelle, the headlight nacelle, unpolished. That one is all polished. It's gorgeous. It's gonna look great on the bike. So being that the head pipe was cracked, or crossover pipe was cracked, it'll now have, let me put this down here, a little better seen, a set of Cobra True Duals on it. It ought to sound amazing with the fishtails. So that, one of the last things we'll be putting on her. I'm loving the way my little room is working out. This used to be the garage for my house. And when the house was remodeled, whoever did it years ago turned this into like a game room kind of. So I've always used it just for my art and the game room and my cats to hang out. You know, I evicted their little butts. And it was kind of appropriate. The room's orange and black and white, you know, Harley colors. But hey, still have to finish up the saddlebags. You can see I've polished this one, not aggressively, but just did some work. And you can see how bad the haze is in this one here. It's pretty bad. So we'll get the bags all polished out. Side covers are the same situation. They look like crap. Rear fender's really not too awful bad. It's just pretty shiny. I still have to buff it. That's one of the next things I'm gonna do probably today. I've got an exhaust bracket that I'm gonna put on that goes on the two starter bolts that holds the rear or the left pipe for the rear cylinder. We'll be doing that here pretty quick. That way it's on there. I don't have to mess with that anymore. So anyway, that's a quick rundown on what I've got going with it. It's been it's a really great bike. It really is. I enjoyed riding it the little bit that I got to ride it before I decided to take it apart. Like the handlebars were not right for me. Had a set of like beach bars on it. It was kind of uncomfortable. So the 14-inch ape hanger should put the bars right where I need them, almost perfectly actually. And the pipe, like I said, I plan on riding this bike, so I didn't want to head pipe crack or the crossover pipe cracking on me going down the road any worse than it is. So anyway, like I said, little update. I always forget to film this stuff. I was going to film the unboxing of the pipes and all that, and I don't know. I had a couple drinks and decided I was going to look at my pipes because they're really pretty. I couldn't help it. But anyway, hopefully next time you see it, it'll be all polished up and clean with the new wheels, or with those wheels all cleaned up and looking right. And then I'll start stacking her back together. We'll do a good video of when it's done and first fire up and run with the new pipes on it and everything. Should sound really good. Did a little tuning on the carburetor too. I don't think anybody ever set it up when they bought it and put it on there. So there it is, 97 FLH R. Absolutely love this bike. I've always wanted one. They're great motorcycles. So check back. Let me know if you like it. And if you think I ought to keep the train horn or not. I'm not sure. I mean, it's loud. It's definitely loud. But it's also in the way of everything on the motorcycle. So let me know what you think. Thanks for viewing. See you later. All right. Got the wheel out. Got the rotors off. Got it out here and cleaned up. I kind of forgot to film it. I was going to set the camera up, actually film it. And you can see it cleaned up pretty well. Almost every one of the spokes were just black. And there is still some down in here that is actual rust that just does not want to come off of them. I may hit it one more time. I'm gonna go buy a spoke brush and actually see if I can get in there, because there's a couple right here that are pretty bad, and I can reapply this stuff. I'm using the Automagic Wheel Magic. It's pretty good. It works really, really well. Anyway, I'm using a combination of it and this Chemical Guys Diablo wheel cleaner. This right here, folks, is absolutely amazing stuff. Ever since I started using the Chemical Guys products, I've been impressed. They have some really, really good product. So anyway, I thought I'd just do a little quickie of what it looks like. This is the right side. So, like I said, we'll get in there and try to get some of that ugly out still yet, but it looks a heck of a lot better than what it did. Getting in there and getting the hub is just almost going to be impossible. This 160 spoke wheel, there's no room to get in there. So anyway, that's a quick video on the wheel. I'll get her put back together. All right. So we're about 3/4 of the way through putting the bike back together, waiting on a couple little parts. So really the only reason I pulled this thing apart was just to make sure that everything was right. You know, it didn't need any major bearings or anything like that. And I haven't really found anything. A few things that needed to be tightened up, a few things that have kind of backed off and loosened off over the years. But she's coming together really nicely. Like I said, I'm waiting on one part for my exhaust. It's on vacation up in Oklahoma somewhere right now. We're in Texas. So it came from California. Yeah, anyway. Man, it has come together really well. We've got the front pipe on. It's tight. I'm just waiting for my exhaust bracket. For that one, there's a bracket that goes on the starter and has a little L bracket that just holds that up. It's the rear stand that holds the rear exhaust pipe up. So we're waiting on that. So I can't really do anything with the rear pipes until I do that. And I still have to get the rear wheel out of it and actually go get the new tire mounted. But I may wait. I mean, it's not that big a deal to drop the tire out of this thing. I've got the lift, so it's fairly easy to do. But anyway, yesterday I spent the rest of the day polishing the sheet metal out, getting the exhaust on, trying to get most everything buttoned back up that I had apart. Front wheel is back on and all detailed and cleaned up. And man, did that thing come out awesome. The spokes look great. You know, they were pretty dirty. And they came out awesome. That 160 spoke wheel is gonna be gorgeous out in the sun. Still gonna bleed the brakes, do that, but frame's all tied back up and done. And then today my goal was to put the headlights in. Now, they're not wired yet. We just got them in, made sure they're gonna fit. I think they look awesome. A few adjustments to make. Somebody's monkeyed around with the up and down on this one. It's a little screwy, but we'll get that fixed. But man, I think they're gonna look great. They just really made the bike, especially with the bars. the bars and the headlights just made all the difference in the world on this motorcycle. But she has had a full detail, top to bottom, underneath. All the chrome has been polished, steel wooled and then polished. The only thing that didn't come out very good is that stupid horn. And that's probably going away. I'm probably just gonna buy the stock horn to put back on it. I don't like that thing, it's ugly. So anyway, that is a video for today, or for now anyway. I'm probably gonna put all these little pieces together that I've got. And I'll start filming some of this stuff as I do it. I've got another bike I'm gonna build, my little 77 KZ650. And we'll actually do a whole deal on it. You'll see everything I do to it. So anyway, I'm gonna get my butt back to work. Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, man. Had the bike done for a day or two. Been on a couple little rides on her. She worked out really well. Cleaned up really, really nice. It's got a few little splitters and splatters on it here and there. Like I said, I've ridden it a few times. Rode it over to my brother's place and showed it to him and checked out his new bike. Y'all will be seeing that one here real soon. One of my brothers. This thing, it's fabulous. The pipes, they're loud. They're real loud. They work. There'll be some footage of the first ride that we took on it. Just quietly stand here and let you look. I love looking at it. It's so beautiful. This is probably the nicest one I've had. My 93 FLHS that I had was really an absolutely beautiful bike too. I might post a picture of it just in here for reference, but that was the base for the Road King 94. They turned it into the Road King, the FLHS. Now it's a FLHR. Fabulous bike. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous motorcycle. Harley outdid themselves when they built these bikes. Probably the best motorcycles they ever built. I think, as far as rideability, it's fabulous. It's only got one little blemish in the upholstery. It's got two little blemishes. It's got two little conchos knocked off, or sequins, whatever they are. But that's factory seat and everything. One little blemish in the paint. I never did fix the dent in the fender. The paint is just too nice on everything else. I'm not worried about it, really and truly. It's pretty easy to drop the fender out of it and paint that. The right side cover needs to be replaced. And it still has a little issue. I think somebody overfilled it one time, and it's oil blow by coming out of the bottom of the breather, and it goes back and gets all over the bike. Like I said, there are still things we're gonna have to work out of it, man. She's almost 30 years old. She's been through a couple hands. I'm the third owner, technically. The middle guy didn't own it very long. He only had it about a year, maybe only put a couple 100 miles on it. The gentleman that he bought it from was the original owner. So technically, I'm the third owner, but I'm really the second owner of it. Because he didn't own it. He didn't ride it. He didn't do anything with it. So, I'm actually fixing to load up on her, go for a little ride. It was real nice this morning. I was kind of waiting on some things. Starting to warm up now. Should be a pretty day for a ride though. But that's enough of my talking. I'll see y'all later. Oh yeah, and don't forget, tell me what you think about the train horn. Should that monstrosity come off the side of this bike, or should it stay? It works, it's functional, it's loud, but it is in the flipping way. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. And since I'm so new at this, I always forget. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. If you like what you see, there's more to come. I'm gonna really get into depth with all the paintwork stuff that I do, all the aircraft detail stuff that I do, and the other little projects that we work on. So anyway, peace.